Cecily Nobler is a film critic based in Los Angeles. She had to put up with that rant for just a second. She also does a podcast, Rose Pricks and Bored AF. I heard you, I don't know if you were scoffing or giggling. What was that?
I was scoffing and giggling. Now, I'm hearing a little feedback, so this might be tricky.
Okay.
I don't know. I hear myself back. So I apologize in advance. I have a song for you that I don't like. I like the song you were just playing. I Just Called to Say I Love You. That's a nice thing to say to somebody.
Well, okay. That wasn't part of the bit. The bit was it's just a song that sucks. It does. It's, you never once said, I'm going to roll the window up and really enjoy this song. Have you?
No, I haven't. I'm with you on that. But the one that's worse for me is say.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. That might have been the worst moment of some legendary artist careers. It couldn't get any worse than that. I would agree with you on that. Don't worry. I'm sure that has made songs that suck on Fridays before. No doubt.
I didn't know you did this because I have so many. And here's one that's kind of timely, actually, is Don't Get Mad at Me. Don't at me, bro.
Okay.
I can't go for that.
Yeah. That's I wonder if that's made it either. Is that Hall & Oates?
That is Hall & Oates.
Yeah, my experience is Hall & Oates make it a lot, Air Supply makes it a lot, and Journey makes songs that suck a lot.
Okay, Oh Sherry. Only Oh Sherry. That's the only song that I think sucks, and that was, I think, Steve Ray Phillips.
Stop it. It's most of them. That's just the it's picked by a committee. Don't argue.
Who is the committee?
It's just some people get together.
Who are these people? Tell me one other name.
No, I can't. I'm on an email chain. I can't disclose that. Let me tell you, when you're done today, I want you to do this. Okay, here's what I want you to do. Here's a song that is it's so bad that it really makes me laugh. It's done by Paul Anka. You're Having My Baby. And I want you to listen to the words and just enjoy it.
Okay, I will do that. I'll do that for you, but I push back on Journey.
Don't. I get that fight. I get that fight a lot. You're in a long line of people. It's over. It's done. The committee is spoken.
Whoa. I know music. You don't. Let's talk football. Okay. That's what I'm here to do, right?
Okay, wait a second. So before we get to Napoleon, this is a weird setup. Before we get to Napoleon, Jerry cries like a baby. Gary or Jerry is the Golden Bachelor? Gary? Okay. He cries a lot from what I can tell. And then it turns out he wasn't a rich restaurateur. He was installing hot tubs. So, I don't know. Tell people how it ended.
Well, I have to get kind of earnest about this because I just want you to know I've just spent the last 2 hours on my own podcast specifically only talking about Golden Bachelor.
Okay.
And I'm a little obsessed. I thought it was one of the best reality shows to come by in a long time. I think we needed it. I thought it was perfect. I cried so much in that finale because I am Leslie. Leslie is me. I related so much to that character. I mean, she's older than me, obviously, but I related to her, and I believed it. That didn't feel. Did you watch it? Because that was real. So what happened was basically, I wouldn't say that Gary himself lied. That's a production thing. I think that they're like, well, we don't really know exactly what to put for your job. He one time owned, I think it was in 85.
Yeah, it was 85. He had I read that of Vanity Fair. He had a hamburger joint in 85.
Yeah, but he obviously made money. He sold it and maybe invested well, and that they're not going to just say he invested well. They got to say he did something. And I think these other little jobs he had were just stuff he was making ends meet. He was just making a little extra cash after he retired.
Side hustles for the last 40 years.
Yeah, this is what my co-host said. I was defending Gary. Yeah. First of all, I actually think it's more attractive if they had just said, because one of them was working in maintenance, which I think is absolutely people like a hardworking guy. No one's going to put that down. Yeah. No one's going to say we're not going to choose him because he has whatever job he has. But yeah, I think the point is don't lie about it. But the bigger thing about that was that apparently an ex-girlfriend came out. A very angry ex-girlfriend, allegedly, says she dated him, this woman, said she lived with him. So he's kind of on the show implying he's never had love since his wife died 6 years ago. He's never really, moved on. He's dated a little, but nothing real. No, he dated someone for a couple of years, and they moved in together. Or maybe, I don't know exactly how long. But she said, this is the big thing that she came forward with. And who knows if this is real, but she basically said he was about to take her to his high school reunion in 2019, so it would have been whatever, his 50th, or whatever that is. And, it was his 50th. And he said, I'm not going to take you because you've gained weight. Now, I believe there's probably more to that story if that's true, but, not great. That's not cool. Scary. So anyway, I cried the whole time.
Okay. So, when I was reading about this, you threw open the door that has just pretty much dominated my life now. You not only had me on the show whenever it airs again, I'm supposed to be on one of these shows, you had to create this character for me. And all I can think about is, do I have to cry all the time? And does there have to be a made up story because me riding the bus home with a sack lunch is not going to be that cool?
Okay, you're not going to be the Golden Bachelor. You're going to be a contestant. This is what we're all trying to get you to do.
Okay.
There's going to be a Golden Bachelorette, so I'm hoping it's Leslie. We don't know who it is yet, who's adorable, by the way. She was a Prince backup dancer. I think she's all right. I think they're all doing all right.
Well, I mean, I need better than all right. I need some help. So
you sound like Gary.
Yeah,
now you sound no different than him. But you're going to be a contestant on that thing. So you're going to be competing. You're going to have to stand out. And when you get out of the limo, you know how each limo pulls up and every guy has to do something a little different to get her attention? What's your thing going to be? You just have a podcast microphone?
Yeah, pretty much,
You got to bring the thing. Yeah, but
wear my Longhorn letter jacket or something?
Yes, you obviously bring that. And then you kind of have a little bit of a sour attitude. You're I'm over it. I don't need any of this. I don't need you. And she'd probably like it.
I don't need you.
How old are you? Wait, you're 80, 85?
I'm 82.
You're 82. Okay.
82.
Okay, perfect. You are perfect for this, and I'm not joking. And I know people in casting for this show. And if you're serious,
Well, I mean, at one point you had me with an earring, I think, and a microphone. No, it was a motorcycle. What was that? What's my?
You get you a motorcycle jacket or
thing?
something. Well, that's what I'm asking you. I mean,
I don't have a thing. I have no answer.
Would you perm your hair?
Do they pay well?
I don't know what it pays. I mean, it pays in love. I really don't even understand why you wouldn't even. Okay, what a lot of people don't know is you text me off the thing and you're like, I know we joke around, but really, can you get me on the show? And I'm like, sure.
Yeah, right.
You're constantly texting.
Yeah, constantly.
In the morning.
Three times yesterday. God, help me out here. Get me on there. Please.
So I'm doing my best. We're working on it. We got a team behind you. We got some publicists hired for you. And you can start thinking about what you're going to bring to that first date, how you're going to stand out.
Okay.
And but I love the show, and I'm standing by it. I loved it.
Okay. It's been a huge success, so I assume it won't go away. Okay, Napoleon.
Yes.
Let's have it.
So did you see it?
No.
Well, it's been out for a couple. I'm just saying. I didn't know if you were excited about it. Okay. So what they did, so Ridley Scott directed this. Love him, hate him. Nobody hates him. Everybody kind of likes Ridley Scott, right? He's not somebody that everyone's like, ugh. He's not the best. He's not the worst. But they cast Joaquin Phoenix. He plays Napoleon, and they opted to not have any kind of accent. Now, okay, so do you think it's better because, here's what we've seen in the past. If somebody's French, Italian, whatever they are, they always make them have an English accent because it's old-timey, which we hate.
Yeah.
So that doesn't work. But I don't think you can have Napoleon, which is the Frenchest person who's ever Frenched. I don't think you can have him without a French accent.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of the whole part. It would be like if you had a movie about Putin.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what? We're not going to do a Russian thing. We're just going to do
like he had a Texas drawl or something.
He's from Midland. Like, it's Joaquin. He's a great actor. I actually do very much like him, but I think because he made Joker so iconic, which I loved, and I stand by. I think the sequel is going to be amazing. Like, I'm a big fan, but he basically is just doing Joker voice now. I mean, because it's hard to even tell the difference. So he's just like, I'm Napoleon. I guess I'm having some problems.
Yeah.
I feel very insecure in shorts. I like women. I have a cannonball. You gotta put an accent to that, or I'm not feeling it at all.
Yeah.
It feels like nothing to me. So I didn't hate the movie. I think it got very mixed reviews. I mean, I think there's things to like about it. I'm glad they didn't like totally modernize it and just be like he's drinking Diet Coke or something.
Exactly.
I mean, but it's not that far off by just saying like just play him as Joaquin. I don't know. For me, I feel like you got to take it. You got to take it a step up.
Yeah. Okay.
What I did see, what hasn't come out yet, and I believe it comes out on Netflix next week. It will stream. It's a limited release. Is Maestro? That's the one where Bradley Cooper plays what's his name? Bernstein.
Yep.
Leonard Bernstein.
Yep.
That's actually pretty good. I kind of went into that a little trepidatious.
Sure.
But I actually thought that was very interesting. It's Oscar bait. But it's I think worth seeing for the performances.
Yeah, no, I've read good things about it, so it's good because you said. I mean, that's a tough. I mean, that's a tough sell.
It's a really tough sell. I could have done without the prosthetic nose. Oh. I know that was the controversy that came around it. There was a
was it obvious? Was it obviously a fake nose? Oh
my God! I mean, first off, okay, if you put Leonard Bernstein, the real guy, when he was younger, very attractive, very handsome man, you put him side by side with Bradley Cooper with the prosthetic nose. People were posting that. It was unbelievable. You're not supposed to make it bigger. That he had a nose, and his family came out and in defense of Bradley, because he directed the film as well, and they were like, we're cool with it. Please don't be hard on Bradley Cooper. Our father had a very large nose. But if you put them side by side, it wasn't like Cyrano. I mean, it was a little offensive, but I got used to it pretty early on, so I was like, okay, fine. You want to do that? It's fine. But it is a hard sell. I mean, he was a very complicated dude.
Yeah. I can't go into all that. Yeah, I'd be making a mistake if I didn't give you a chance to brag. So for people that don't know that there's Cowboys face painters and there's you. You have a giant fedora on Emmitt Smith's head tattoo in the middle of your back. You're such a fan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, now it's on my face.
Oh, okay. If you added one to your face, you got like a Roger Staubach one on your bicep.
I have a bicep now.
Yes, you have biceps now. I'm saying this as someone who sort of knows what they're talking about. Look out, they're that good.
Yeah, but okay, I'm not trying to be cynical.
Gosh.
I know. But
I give you a chance.
I know.
You just bailed.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm a little worried about the Eagles matchup. I just don't see it.
I mean. Well, yeah, sooner or later you have to like play some people that are good. It's not going to buy all the way to the Super Bowl. Yeah, but they'll beat Philadelphia in Dallas next time.
You think so?
I do.
Next Sunday, I believe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that because I can't. As a Cowboys fan, my whole life.
I know.
My whole very, very short life because I'm only 25.
Right.
No, I've been a fan for a long time, so we obviously had a couple of big heydays, but then, it's been a long time, and I can't get my hopes up anymore.
If they beat Philadelphia in Dallas, you will get a tattoo of whom?
Ooh, gosh. I think it has to be like somebody, maybe you. I'll get your face tattooed on my foot.
Your foot.
Would that be something? Yes. Would that be something you'd like?
Yeah, I would love that with a pipe. Could you put a pipe in there too, please? I've always just wanted a pipe. Yeah.
Can I ask you this before I go real quick about the Cowboys?
Yeah.
I know we've all noticed this, but I had never noticed it before this season of Prescott going, here we go, or whatever, here we go, before you can hear his, what is that? When did that start?
Well, you mean the cadence? Here we go?
Saying, Yeah, but he'd never said. I don't think he said it before the season.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've never paid that close attention. I don't know why you're that worked up about it. The cadence.
You don't hear it before every single play?
Yeah, no, I do. The other thing you hear oftentimes is you'll hear kill, kill, kill. You hear black opposite or numbers. Those are. It's just words. And one of the things. Well, okay, that was.
I don't think it's code. I don't think it's
right.
Code
It's not. Yes, exactly. Like, dot dash. So he can. There's a lot. There are live terms like he says. Let's go. Everybody sucks. Blah. He's just saying words, and then he goes to a phrase that counts. It's live. He'll go then red 60. Let's go. Red 60. So they have a. So he'd walk up there and he could probably see. I've known guys that have done this. They'll see stuff in the stadium and they'll just blurt out some stuff. They'll look at the numbers on the back of a guy's helmet, say 60, blue, and then they'll go to a live cadence, which is like black 25 or whatever. So they say a bunch of stuff,
right?
While he's looking around, and then he goes to a live play call.
I get all that. I get it because Romo used to have the weirdest things. I could never figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, so him saying without knowing exactly, I'll reach out to him and say, "Hey, he's going to be a new father, by the way." Okay, and I'll say, "Why?" Cecily wants to know what is your deal with "Let's go."
No, he just says, "Here we go."
Here we go. Okay, it is good. It's goofy.
Whatever.
It's goofy.
Like it used to just be like, like whatever, you said this kind of same thing.
Okay, but imagine if you got somebody, you're wearing a helmet, and so there's a coach saying, go, we're going to run X right, slot, waggle 26. And that's the play. And you hear that in your head. And so now you're walking up to the line, you're trying to look at a defense, and you're trying to kill 7 or 8 seconds while you figure stuff out to whether you want to change the play. And so it's a good idea to say stuff. You might pull them off. So you'll just start saying, let's, here we go. So it's just, I'm guessing it's just a phrase that comes to him and he's gotten used to saying it. And it gives him time before he actually says the play call.
No, he says the play call first. That's what I'm saying. And then he goes right before he's like, here we go.
I'm not quite sure. Well, then you could reverse everything I just said. Then he's killing time before he then decides if he wants to change it. My point is, I think here we go, the dorky here we go, is giving 3 to 4 extra seconds to scan the field.
So you can go backwards, Kevin. There was like, I heard one. It's like, what? How do they? I don't know how they. I mean, I love. Romo's really good at that. He's really good at telling you what it means.
Yeah.
He always figures it out, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
When next time you talk to Tony and the guys, okay, when you're chatting with them, texting, or when in between my texts, which apparently come like every half hour, then say, is here we go, the dorky here we go, is that really live or is that just, word stuff? And I'm going to bet it's word stuff.
Okay, well, we can find out. We'll find out. And maybe that can be your thing, to bring it back to Golden Bachelor. When you go on the show, Golden Bachelorette,
I'm going to be the football nerd, and all I'm going to talk about is football stuff.
And that's the thing, you have to give something, like your Super Bowl ring. You got a Super Bowl ring, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Give that to us.
You got it, like 72. It was a great year. We were great defense. Beat the Raiders, There I was playing for Chuck Noll.
You bring that, and you're like, I want you to have. I know I've just met you. I've just gotten on this production stage, but here's this. It's probably worth a lot of money. Here you go.
Yeah. Before we make out, I want you to have this. This is my 1972 Raiders v. Vikings. John Madden coached Super Bowl. I want you to wear it, and then we'll make out.
And we'll make out, and you'll choose me. And if you don't, you can keep it anyway.
Yeah, of course. And then I got other stuff. If you choose me, I've got other stuff. I got like that year that I played, for Hank Stram and the Chiefs. And then that first Lombardi Super Bowl of 71.
That'll be your thing. So we found your hook.
Yeah.
We brought it all back together.
Perfect.
Like that. Okay.
All right. Tell everybody where to find your podcast.
You can find me on all places you get podcasts, like Apple and Spotify and all that stuff. It's Bored AF, and then we also have Rose Pricks. They're 2 different podcasts, but they're both pretty great.
All right.
If I could say.
See ya.
All right. Bye.